Hi Year 10, welcome. We're going to go through the ratio to H shadow test, question by question. Okay, so number one, Amala has £450 in her savings account. The account pays 4% simple interest per year. How much will she have in her account after 3 years? So simple interest, that means she's just going to get 4% of this 450 every year for 3 years. So a couple of different ways we could do it, but the quickest way I think is to multiply this by the number of years, which is 3, and that tells us that she's basically going to accumulate 12% on top of the 450 that she started with. So we're increasing this by 12%, so we're going to times it by 1.12 to do that in a single calculation. And just check the question doesn't say how much interest will she earn. No, it says how much will she have in her account. So when we do that, we get £504. Okay, you could have worked out what 4% was. That would have given you £18 and then multiplied that by 3, but it's exactly the same as what we've just done here. Okay, number 2, Manish invested £1,200 in a different bank for 4 years. He earned £168 simple interest. What was the simple interest rate per annum? So a reverse on the question above. We know how much interest has been earned. We know that was over 4 years. So what we can do with that first of all is work out how much he earned per year. So when we divide that by 4, we get £42 per year interest. So what is £42 as a percentage of the original amount? Hopefully you haven't forgot how to work out a percentage of a number. If we do that calculation, we get 3.5%. Okay. Number 3, Johnny invests £2,000 at 4.2% compound interest per annum. So we're on to compound now. Work out the value of the investment after 4 years. So how much money has he got at the end of the day? Okay, so we take the original amount, we multiply it by a decimal multiplier that would increase something by 4.2%. Now if it was 4%, that would be 1.04. If it's 4.2%, that would be 1.042. And we do that to the power of the number of years. Okay, and if you're not sure why that is, go back and watch some of the videos earlier on in the Ratio to Age playlist. And that will give us £2,357.77. Remember to round any numbers to 2 decimal places if it's money. Okay. And number 4, a van costs £20,000 new. It depreciates at a rate of 16% each year. How much would it be worth after 5 years? So this is the same sort of topic, but it's decreased percentages. So it's repeated percentage decrease, and we call that depreciation. It's exactly the same way as doing compound interest. So we take the original value, 20,000, we multiply it by a multiplier that would decrease it by 16%. So if you want to decrease something by 16%, what you've got left is 84%. So we're multiplying by 0.84. And we do that to the power of 5 to find out what this van is worth. So that would be £8,364.24. Number 5, Danielle invests £2,800 for N years in a savings account. She was paid 2.5% per annum compound interest. The interest is paid into the account at the end of each year. At the end of N years, the amount of money in the savings account is greater than £3,000 for the first time. Work out the value of N. Okay, so the best way to do these ones is really just to try and improve, basically. So try something and then improve on it. Just count up in N until we get to the right one. So let's say N is 1 year. Let's try that. So if we increase, oops, not 2,000, 2,800, isn't it? To increase that by 2.5%, we would multiply by 1.025, and that would give us 2,870. Okay, so it's not 1 year. Let's see whether it's after 2 years. So if it's 2 years, we would start with 2,870 and increase that by 2.5%. So use the same multiplier, and that gives us £2,941.75. And after 3 years, we'd start with that amount and that would give us £3,015.29. So that is when we first exceeded £3,000. So that is 3 years. A good way to tackle these questions, probably a better way than this actually, but it's hard to show you working, is to type into your calculator 2,800, press equals, and then times by 1.025 straight away, press equals again, and what it will now show on your calculator is ANS, answer, times 1.025. So it is multiplying the previous answer by 1.025. When you press equals, this new answer becomes registered to the ANS key. Okay, so when you just press equals again, it will do the exact same calculation as what we've done here in our second row. Okay, and press equals again, and it will repeat this again on the third row. So, and the benefit of that method is that it's not going to lose any accuracy because it's not doing any rounding like we may end up doing here. Okay, not that we should. All right, so little tip for you there. Okay, I'll do the next page on the next video.